Joey, I have some curiosities and also questions about the education system in United States. I know it's different from Brazil, but I don't know any details about it. So I would like you to explain me about it. Like since the people are babies until they get older, all the phases. Can you do it, please?
Of course I can. I can tell you all about it. But first, I have to ask you,
Okay.
what do you think about my new haircut?
Ah,
I cut a
yeah.
lot. I cut a lot off. It was really long. You know how I had it slicked back?
Yeah, I
Eh,
remember that. Okay,
okay.
honestly, I prefer this new hair. Ah,
Okay. I think everybody does. So yes, let's
okay,
talk about education. So in America, here's how it goes, right? When you're about six years old, you start
okay,
kindergarten, right?
okay,
So it goes kindergarten, you're 6 years old, kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, and fifth grade.
okay.
So when you're in kindergarten to the fifth grade, you're usually in the same school. Like the kindergartners and the first graders are in the same school as the fifth graders, right?
Okay.
So, and when you're at that school, like you're learning like the basic like subjects like math, English, reading, PE, science, things like that, right?
Okay.
So then after that, after the fifth grade, that's when you go to, we call it middle school.
Okay.
So kindergarten through the fifth grade, that's called elementary school.
Elementary school. So you said that the kids they generally start kindergarten when they are 6 years old, right?
hmm
Okay, six. So and they stay there for 6 years. Five.
So kindergarten, so six. Okay, let's try this. So kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade. So six,
Six,
seven,
seven,
eight, nine, 10, 11. So when you're like
11.
6 to 11 years old, yeah.
Okay.
So you're in elementary school. Then after elementary school, so when you're about 12 to 14, you go to middle school. That's the sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade.
Okay.
All right. So 12 to 14 years old, that's when you can start playing sports like basketball or football, like for the schools, right?
Yeah. And talking about sports, this is when it becomes more important to be good at sports for you, isn't it?
Um,
Because here in Brazil we don't have this relation between studies and sports. But I know you have some relation about this.
yeah, no, not, it's really not that important until you go to the next step, which would be high school.
Hmm.
That's when like you can start getting scholarships to college,
Um,
right?
okay.
So middle school is 12 to 14 years old, and that's the sixth grade, seventh grade, and eighth grade. You know, you can start playing sports. You're still going over the basics, right? And then you got, after the eighth grade, you start high school, right? Freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior years. So you're usually about like 18, about.
Okay, can you repeat the four words you have just said?
Yes.
What
So
are
so
they?
after the eighth grade, you're after eighth grade you go to high school, and the first year of high school is your freshman year.
Freshmen. Okay, okay,
It's like the same as college, like
okay,
universities, like freshman, junior, senior.
okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're still going over the basics, right? Like English, reading, writing, PE, science.
Do you learn
Um,
a second language at school?
Now in high school you can. That's when you can start to learn a second language.
And do they give you like options or no?
Um, I had a couple options. It was either Spanish or German, but the United States is so big that it definitely varies from like state to state. Like some
Okay,
states
okay.
probably offer a few different
Which
languages.
language did you choose?
Spanish.
Okay, do you speak Spanish?
See. See,
Okay,
but
nice.
mi español is mi español is más o menos, más o menos.
Oh my God.
But
I'm sure it's better than mine. I don't even, I will not even try. I'm sorry.
yeah, my Spanish it's so so, right? But I
Yeah.
didn't really learn like I took Spanish for I really didn't learn too much because it was just grammar, vocabulary. I wasn't interested. I didn't want to learn. I didn't actually learn Spanish until I had my ex girlfriend. I was with her for 4 years. She was from Colombia, so she taught me a lot of Spanish.
About saying instead of ex, I'm sorry to interrupt, and it's just a question that popped up. Ex girlfriend or former girlfriend? Can I say both?
You can
Or
say both. Yeah.
yeah, which one is more useful or which one is more
Which
common?
one's more common? Definitely eggs. Yeah.
Ex. Okay, okay, okay.
I thought you
Sorry.
were saying eggs. I was like, well, come on, so do you say eggs in Espanol? Well, it's
Uh,
huevos, right?
ah,
Huevos. Eggs, yes. But you're
okay.
saying eggs. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Here in Brazil, we say ex too. That's why I asked you. I thought that ex was not the correct word in English. I thought that we should say and we needed to say former. So then I heard you saying ex, and then I said, wow, okay. And then it's
Yeah.
in, okay,
Okay.
good.
But
So after high school,
so after high school, college, right? And it's like the same as high school as far as freshman year of college, sophomore year, junior year, and senior year. And college, you'll be about, I want to say like 19 to 22, 18 to 22, around that age.
okay. And do you have any kinds of tests to go from high school to be accepted from high school to college? Into
Yes. Now
college.
there's a couple different tests. I believe you have the ACT, and I think there's another one. But you know what? It's been so long since, like, I mean, the tests have probably changed. I think it's the SAT and the ACT.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but I thought that you were 24, 23 years old now, aren't you?
I wish. No. I'm
Okay.
actually I will turn 35 this
Okay.
month. This month,
Okay.
yes.
But you seem younger. Yeah.
Many people tell me that. So thank you. I will take that as a compliment.
Yeah, it's a compliment. Okay, nice. And what about the scores that the students get during the years they study? Are they important to be accepted at the for the college? Aren't they?
For college, it's mainly those tests that I was telling you about, the
Okay.
SAT, the ACTs. Those are very important, right? Those are very important. So if you don't do good on that test, it's going to be hard to get accepted to a good university, a good college. Yeah,
Okay.
so
But
yeah,
it's
those are important.
at your time it was just one test, like you chose one, you did one, and then you could choose the university that you were going to study, or no, different tests for different places.
No, there's actually it was those two tests, the SAT and SATs and ACTs or ACT. So I think you could just take like one of those. You don't have to take both. You could if you want, but you could usually just take one. And most like colleges like accept that test.
Okay.
It's like a
And
standard test.
uh, do you generally pay for college, or do you have kinds of scholarships because of the sports, and do you have other ways of getting scholarships?
There's like academic scholarships. So if you're real smart, you get real good grades. If you do good on your test, those tests I was telling you about, then yes, you could get an academic scholarship. But you can
Mm,
also get athletic scholarships.
okay.
Maybe you're good at basketball or football or volleyball or softball or baseball. So yeah, you could definitely get. So there's academic scholarships if you're smart, you got the grades, and then there's athletic scholarships if you're a good
Okay.
athlete. Um, so yeah, that's basically how that works, right? So then you got college, you do 4 years of college, but then say after college you want to be like a lawyer or a doctor, right? So after college, you usually have you could go to graduate school, and that's
Mm.
usually it can range from like I think like 2 to 4 years or 2 to 6 years.
Ah, okay.
Like
So
if you
I
want to get a
thought that
PhD.
college Okay, okay, I got it. I think I got
So
it. So when you go to college, you go to one university, isn't it? Do you say this word university?
Uh, well,
Is that right?
you can, like I did. I went to one, but yes, you can say university or college. But what a lot of people do is they'll go to a community college for the first 2 years to wipe out their basics, right? They'll go to a community college to wipe out their basics. It's a lot cheaper. It's not as much money. And then after they wipe out their basics, they'll go to a university for 2 years. So that's 4 years in total. Let's save some money, right? And then, so 4 years, you get your bachelor's degree. If you pass your classes and whatnot, you get your bachelor's degree. It takes about 4 years.
Okay.
And then after your bachelor's degree, you get like a master's degree that takes like another 2 years, or a doctorate. And that could take, like I said, up to 6 years.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow. And can you do it when you're older, or do you
you
need to do?
can.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
you can do it when you're older. But I want to tell you, I'm not sure how it is in Brazil, but college in America is really, really expensive.
Yeah.
Like
It's a.
crazy expensive.
I think yes. I think it's not. It depends on how you see this and where you work and what is your financial condition, how is your life. But there are very cheap courses here in Brazil nowadays. In the past, it used to be very expensive. But nowadays, you have, like, of course, there are better universities and a better college, and the ones that are not so good. But you can do it, you can study, it's totally possible. And you can get scholarships. You try their exam, and if you get a very good score on it, so then you can get 50 to 100% of discount, like, and you can
Oh,
study
okay.
for free. So
Oh,
it
that's
depends
awesome.
on how much you study and how much smart you are on the basic subjects, on the things they require.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Well, that's interesting.
yeah.
So now that I
And
told
there,
you,
I'm sorry to interrupt. I just forgot to tell you that there are some that they are from the government, so you don't pay them. You need to do the exam, and if you do well, so then you can start studying there.
okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Hey, so Karina, now that I told you about the school systems, our school system in America, how is it in Brazil? Like, is it similar or is it different?
Yes, we have kindergarten, and then we have elementary school too, and the regular school after that, and then high school and college. But I think that what changes, what we can see the differences between the college in the United States and the college in Brazil. So I've heard that in the United States it's much more expensive than in Brazil, so it's so difficult to study there, even for you native people from United States, even for Americans, it's difficult. And what else? I think that. Uh, However, it's more expensive there. It's much better than in Brazil, the studies, the quality of studies. So here there are very cheap universities, but then you are not prepared enough for working. And but well, uh, it's sad to say, but many people say that you just need a degree just to say that you have a bachelor. Is this what you said before? Bacharr.
Bachelor's degree.
Can you repeat? I don't know how to
Bachelor's
pronounce.
degree.
Bachelor.
Bachelor's.
Bachelor's degree. Yes, you just need it to so that people can see that you have it. But in the company, I mean. But you don't use it for many things. You learn everything when you work. So you learn
Oh,
how to
okay.
work working, not at the college, at the university. Yeah.
Okay,
So it's just
interesting.
like a title for some professions, of course, because you cannot be a doctor if you don't have, uh, if you're not specialized on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, like some more administrative jobs and things like this.
Okay.
And when you finish university, any course that you attend, do you have a closure test? to check if you're enough?
No, no.
No.
Like usually, all through college, like you just have like about four exams. You'll have like midterm exams and final exams, but like after you're done, like you get your grade. You don't have to take like.
Okay. We have here just for law school, and to become a lawyer, you need to do it. Do you have one there?
Yeah, yeah, we have that. It's called a bar exam.
Okay, bar.
I heard it's
Okay.
very difficult. It's very difficult. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, it
So,
is.
but it kind of doesn't make sense, you know. So we do have exams like that you have to pass, right? Like even so, say somebody finishes law school and they do great. Well, they still have to pass this exam, right?
Yes,
So it's like,
that's right.
okay, well, I have to pass the exam, but I already passed all my classes. I don't get it.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. But at the same time, I think that if everyone needed to pass an exam after finishing a graduation course, so probably the studies would be better in Brazil. I don't know about the other the other countries, but I'm talking about Brazil because there are very bad university. It's sad to say, but there are.
Okay.
Yep. So thank you, Joey, for joining me today and for explaining me all of this. Probably if it was one of my questions, so I think more Brazilians and more people around the world, they are curious about this subject. So I hope it helps people too.
My
Thank you,
pleasure. You're
and see
welcome.
you
My pleasure.
soon.
All right. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye.